Привет, девочки! Счастливый понедельник. That's hey girls, happy Monday in Russian. Girls, I loved your videos last week so much. Marissa, your poem was really curious. It seems so two-dimensional on the surface. And then the more that I read it and the more that I listened to you read it, I had all these ideas going in my head and they were all conflicting, and I was like, this is you did a really wonderful job. And Danielle, I am supposed to video workshop your poem today, and I found your poem very interesting. Again, like Marissa says, I had to read it a few times. I had to listen to you read it out loud a few times, and I almost wish that I didn't look at the comments before today, because every time I saw a comment with someone else guessing what it was about, all I could see was that color. But there were a few people who guessed that it was purple, and I was leaning that way too, especially the hint about picking something off the vines and having cheese. That made me think of grapes and cheese, and grapes are purple usually, or maybe you could think red. I was thinking red when you mentioned passion, but I think that red is a color that has more of a distinct feeling to it, and your poem kind of implied that it's kind of a color that you don't have specific words for. So I think purple more than red, but I'm curious to hear what it is, so you let us know on Friday. And someone guessed correctly about my poem on Monday. I was really pleasantly surprised. The poem was actually about escalators. This week we're talking about music that we listen to while we write, and I really don't listen to a lot of music when I write. I usually can't listen to music that has words in it when I'm writing, because those words get mixed with the words that I'm thinking of, and it just gets all jumbled. But I do occasionally play scores. This past year for Nano, some of the music that I played was the scores from Buffy and Angel. I'm a big Joss Whedon fan. I also played a bit of the Wrath of the Lich King World of Warcraft soundtrack, also just to have kind of background music that didn't really interfere, but just had something else in the background besides just silence. We're also going to be introducing a regular segment about what we're reading, just mentioning it. Next week I think we're going to get more specific about what we've read this week and what we thought of it, but right now I am reading The Hunger Games. This is the first one by Suzanne Collins, and I will tell you more about it next week. I'm almost halfway through, so I should definitely be done by next Monday, and I am excited to finish it and to tell y'all what I think of it. I like it so far, that's all I'm going to say. Today's word of the day is rambunctious. You said in the comments, and Tara will pick her favorite tomorrow, and in the meantime it's time for dice. And by the way, Marissa, I loved your haiku last week. It was perfect. I couldn't have asked for more, so wonderful job. This week I will ask a question. I want one of you girls to tell us about an heirloom in your life. And I asked this question because I was given a old Nikon SLR and an old Nikon lens from the 70s that belonged to my husband's grandfather, and I'm actually shooting this video on a lens from 1979 or 77 or something, so having a lot of fun with it. And I want to know about what heirlooms you have in your family, if you have a wedding ring or engagement ring that's been passed down for generations, or a treasured book, or other jewelry, or camera equipment. So let us know. Let's see who did it. 3, Rachel, tell us about the heirlooms in your life. And I was asked 2 questions. I was asked if I believe in ghosts, and I think that it's arrogant to say that there's no such thing as ghosts. I guess I believe in the possibility of ghosts. Rachel asked what my sign was, and I am an Aries. I've never really felt like an Aries though. I'm very stubborn, that's an Aries quality, but otherwise I've never felt much like an Aries. And my sister and I are both Aries, and we've been polar opposites our entire lives. So, you know, what does that tell you about astrology? So, anyway, Monday out, and Tara, I'll see you tomorrow. Bye!